Listen closely as I share a truth that has been hidden from many, a truth about why God's chosen suffer a lot, and why this pain, as heavy as it may seem, holds a purpose that transforms your very soul. Have you ever felt that overwhelming weight of suffering, wondering why life seems so hard despite your faith? Do you ever ask yourself, why must I endure so much pain? Today, I invite you to explore this mystery with me, to dive deep into the heart of your struggles and to discover that every tear, every moment of despair is not wasted. Instead, it is a powerful message from God. You see, suffering is not a punishment meant to break you. Rather, it is a refining fire, an essential process through which you are shaped and molded into someone who can carry a light into the darkest corners of this world. The Bible says that hardship builds character and strength, teaching us lessons that no easy path ever could. It may seem unfair that God's chosen experience so much pain, but remember, you are chosen because you have the capacity to endure, to learn, and to grow into a stronger version of yourself. Have you ever noticed how a diamond is formed under pressure? Without the intense forces that transform carbon into something beautiful and rare, the diamond would remain hidden in the rough. In the same way, your suffering is transforming you from the inside out. Every challenge you face, every moment when you feel you are at your lowest, is preparing you for something greater. A future filled with hope, resilience, and an unwavering trust in God's plan. Let me ask you this. When you feel lost in your pain, do you sometimes feel that you are suffering alone? It can be easy to believe that no one understands the depth of your struggle. Yet, in your quietest moments, know that God is right there with you. You are never truly alone. Even when the world is silent, God speaks directly to your heart. The pain you endure is a conversation with Him, a message that you are being nurtured, healed, and prepared for the blessings that lie ahead. Imagine your suffering as a secret message from God, a personal letter written just for you. In that letter, He explains that every hardship is a stepping stone, a necessary part of your journey toward becoming the person you are meant to be. While you may question why you must face such trials, understand that these trials are your training ground. They teach you empathy, compassion, and the incredible power of perseverance. Think about the moments when you felt completely overwhelmed by sorrow. Instead of hiding that pain, what if you allowed yourself to truly feel it? What if you opened your heart and embraced every emotion as a sign that you are alive, that you are growing? In those moments, ask God to help you see the purpose behind the pain. The Bible says that our struggles are like a refining process, purifying our spirit and preparing us for a life that is filled with meaning and divine purpose. Have you ever experienced a time when, despite the heavy burden you carried, a small spark of hope managed to break through the darkness? That spark is God's promise, a reminder that no matter how deep the suffering, there is always a light at the end of the tunnel. That light is the promise of renewal, of transformation, and of the boundless love that only God can provide. Every trial you face is an opportunity to draw closer to Him, to let His strength fill the empty spaces within you, and to trust that your suffering is not in vain. Now I want you to consider this. What if the very pain you dread is the pathway to the life you've always dreamed of? It might sound hard to believe when you're in the midst of struggle, but every great transformation begins with hardship. Just like the caterpillar must endure the difficult process of becoming a butterfly, you too are being transformed. Your current pain is a necessary stage in the process of emerging as someone who can spread hope, love, and inspiration to others. It's important to understand that suffering does not mean you are being abandoned by God. In fact, His presence is most powerful in your moments of deepest despair. When you suffer, you are invited to lean in closer to Him, to trust in His infinite wisdom, and to let your faith be your guide. Even when the road seems too steep to climb, remember that God is right there beside you, holding your hand and guiding you every step of the way. I want to remind you that you have a strength inside you that is greater than any pain you face. Each trial you encounter builds that strength, just as muscles are strengthened by resistance. The Bible tells us that through suffering, we learn to rely on God more fully. Your struggles are not a sign of weakness. They are a demonstration of your ability to overcome, to adapt, and to shine through the darkness. Let your mind wander back to a time when you overcame a challenge you once thought insurmountable. Remember the courage it took to keep going, the hope that carried you through, and the sense of victory when you finally emerged on the other side. That same courage resides within you now. Every hardship you experience is a reminder of your resilience, and every challenge is an opportunity to grow closer to God and to discover your true potential. Have you ever thought about how your pain can be a light for someone else? Sometimes, when you share your story of overcoming suffering, you give others the strength to carry on. Your experiences, as hard as they may be, become a beacon of hope for those who are struggling just like you. By embracing your suffering and learning from it, you become a testament to the power of faith and the enduring love of God. Your journey, with all its trials, can inspire others to see that even in the darkest times, there is a promise of a brighter tomorrow. Every time you face a difficult moment, take a moment to pause and listen to that quiet inner voice. That voice is God's whisper, guiding you through your pain and reminding you that every trial is a part of His grand design for your life. It is in these moments of introspection that you begin to see that your suffering is not a burden, but a blessing in disguise, a necessary part of your transformation into someone capable of great love, compassion, and resilience. Consider this message. Your suffering, no matter how deep or overwhelming it feels, is an invitation to trust in something much greater than yourself. It is an invitation to explore the depths of your faith and to discover that in every hardship there lies a hidden purpose. As you journey through the valley of pain, know that every step you take is moving you toward a future where your struggles will have been transformed into wisdom and strength. I invite you now to reflect on your own life. Think about the moments when you were in pain and how those experiences shaped you. Let those memories remind you that you are not defined by your suffering, but by the way you have risen above it. In every tear there is a lesson. In every challenge, a chance to become better. The Bible says that our trials are a testament to the enduring power of faith, and that through them we learn to appreciate the beauty of life in its fullest form. In closing, let this message sink deeply into your heart. The reason God's chosen suffer a lot is not because they are cursed, but because they are being prepared for a destiny that is far greater than any pain you may feel today. Every struggle, every setback is paving the way for a life filled with hope, love, and divine purpose. Embrace your suffering as a necessary part of your spiritual journey, and let it remind you of the extraordinary strength that lies within you, a strength gifted by God. Hold fast to this truth. You are deeply loved, and your pain is a stepping stone toward something magnificent. No matter how hard life may seem, remember that each moment of suffering is a call to grow, to trust, and to become the person God has destined you to be. Let your heart be filled with the assurance that you are never alone in your struggles. God's love is constant. His grace is unending, and His purpose for you is eternal. Keep this message with you as you continue your journey. In every moment of hardship, remember that your suffering is transforming you, that it is a powerful tool in building a life of deep faith and resilience. Trust that in the midst of pain, there is an invitation to rise, to become stronger, and to shine your light into a world that desperately needs hope. This is the truth that no one talks about, but it is the truth that will carry you through even the darkest nights and lead you to a future filled with divine blessings and unshakable peace.